everybody, let's talk about money, पैसा, finance. चलिए हम कभी अज्यूम करते हैं, हम जो इतनी फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग, इतनी इन्वेस्टमेंट के बारे में बात करते हैं, क्या कभी किसी दिन अगर गॉड, भगवान, इन्होंने आके हमारी फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग करी, हमारे लाइफ की, हमारे फाइनेंसेस की, हमारे इन्वेस्टमेंट्स की, तो कैसा होगा? आई थिंक सो दैट इज गोइंग टू बी ब्रिलियंट. So, with today's conversation, let me introduce my author for the day. Suresh sir is the founder of Ladder 7 Financial Advisories, a fee-only financial planning and advisory firm. Ladder 7 Financial Advisories is one of the most respected firms in the financial planning and advisory space in India. Suresh sir is registered as an investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Board of India, popularly known as SEBI. He is an MMS, CFPCM, Chartered Trust and Estate Planner, Registered Life Planner. Sounds like too much of a mumbo jumbo, but wait. By the time we have done with this conversation, you will be thoroughly sure about how to plan your own finances. Suresh sir is passionate about financial planning and has authored several hundred articles and blogs. He also speaks at public forums and appears on TV to educate and coach the public about personal finances, achieving financial freedom, and creating wealth. I think so at this point, personal finances, financial planning, wealth creation, life planning is heavily misunderstood. Let us see how we can enhance and simplify this terminology for our readers. He founded the Financial Planners Guild India, FPGI, in 2010 and was the founding president for about 4 years. He was on the board of directors of FPSB, the CFP certifying body in India, between 2013 and 2015. He was on the advisory board of Network FP and FPGI. He is a founding member of Association of Registered Investment Advisors, ARIA. He is also the board member of ARIA currently. By the time Sir joins in, okay, I have to just check if we are good to go. Yeah, this should be good. In February 2020 and again in 2023, hear this carefully, Suresh sir was awarded as one of the 101 topmost influential BFSI leaders at the World BFSI Congress Awards held in Mumbai. That's an incredible feat. Let me just see if I can add my guest for the day. Yes. I think so many questions for this particular live, and we are going to try to answer each one of them. Let me just see. Yeah. Okay. Hello. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening to you.
How are you?
All fine. Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me here. Excited and looking forward to being here. Thank you.
The pleasure is all ours, sir. It's simply an honor to host you. I have been
I'm
introducing.
not still seeing your video. I'm still
able
not. Yeah.
Is it better now? Because I'm able to see you pretty well. I'm able to see you clearly, sir.
Okay. Okay. Don't know. I'm not able to see you that way.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Now is it better now? Okay. I think so we're facing some technical challenge. If you can hear me, just send a hi if you can hear me, or you can see the author also.
I sent a hi.
Yeah. They can see you, sir. And the live audience can see both of us and hear both of us.
Okay. That's not a problem then. I think we can go ahead in that case. Sure.
Yes, sir. So I was introducing you. and I'm deeply amazed at the work, at the level of understanding you have about finances and financing planning, sir. Welcome to Kitabi Club once again, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Um, sir, before we go any further, I know that you are into financial planning, but apart from that, what made you write this book particularly? If God was your financial planner.
Yeah. So the first motivation is that I have been in this financial planning practice for something like 19 years.
Yes.
Uh, See, हमारा practice में we are able to serve maybe hundreds of clients. If you
Okay.
know, as far as India is concerned, हमारा इतना बड़ा देश में सिर्फ 900 ऐसा एडवाइजर्स है. और 900
Oh,
एडवाइजर्स में भी सिर्फ 1/3 एडवाइजर्स जो है वो फिनेंशियल प्लानिंग करते हैं, बाकी सब स्टॉक एडवाइस वैसा कुछ करते हैं.
जी,
सो द पॉइंट इज बहुत बहुत कम लोग जो है जो फिनेंशियल प्लानिंग बिल्कुल फिनेंशियल प्लानिंग में है. सो द
जी,
पॉइंट इज द अमाउंट ऑफ इम्पैक्ट दैट वी कैन हैव इज ट्रूली ट्रूली लिमिटेड. सो
okay.
इसीलिए मैंने सोचा था हमारा इतना सारा एक्सपीरियंस है, सबके लिए ये काम आने का है, तो कुछ और नहीं कर सकता ऐसा. जो आप बढ़िया काम कर रहे हैं ऐसा पॉडकास्ट वगैरह कर सकते हैं, नहीं तो
जी,
ये बुक लिख सकते हैं, ब्लॉग्स लिख सकते हैं, वही हम सोचा था. एंड उसके हिसाब से मैं ये बुक लिखने के लिए सोचा था. सो दैट इज वन ऑफ द रीजंस. So the other reason will be, see, anybody who is really looking at financial planner, they will really understand what we are doing in our practice. A lot of people tend to think that financial planning मतलब ये कुछ एक्सेल शीट में कुछ करता है, कुछ प्रेजेंट करता है और कुछ रिकमेंडेशन देता है, इतना ही
जी,
लोग का समझ है
जी,
फिनेंशियल प्लानिंग के बारे में. लेकिन फिनेंशियल प्लानिंग उसके उसके बाहर भी बहुत बहुत कुछ है, because it is all about life and money. It is not only about money only. So it is about life and money, and that is exactly what I have tried to convey in this book. So we can discuss further. I'll tell you more about the book and what I'm
I'm
trying to
really,
convey. Yeah.
yes, I'm really intrigued at this point. And there is one beaming quality of Sir that I must add here, that the way he uplifts people, you must have, you will see this during the entire conversation also, is what I have felt through this book, that this is a way of educating, making people aware about what exactly financial planning is. So moving further, sir, what would you say that is very, unique about the book?
Yeah. See, finance as a subject is not something that people directly take to, right?
Yeah.
फिनेंस का बात करते हैं, पैसा का बात करते हैं, तो लोग भाग जाते हैं नॉर्मली.
सीक्रेटिव हो जाते हैं.
सिक्योरिटी भी हो जाते हैं. या यू आर एब्सोल्युटली
जी.
राइट. सो मैंने क्या सोचा, ये जो बुक है इसमें तीन चीज मुझे मुझे कन्वे करना था.
Okay.
One is, how does a financial planner actually engage with their clients? So, in a side, I'm giving a ringside view of how a financial planner deals with their client. So, you will
Okay.
really come to know in the book how the financial planner is engaging with the client. So, you will, when you read the book, you will know that it is far beyond money. We are also talking about life situations. People have aspirations. We have to look at what their aspirations are. We have to be empathetic. We cannot be judgmental. We have to ensure that they meet their whatever aspirations they have over a period of time, and we really have to be with them for the long term. इनफैक्ट हमारे पास जो क्लाइंट्स है, बहुत
जी.
सारे क्लाइंट्स ऐसा है कि 15 साल, 16 साल, 17 साल ऐसा हमारे साथ जुड़े रहते हैं, जुड़े हुए
Okay.
हैं. तो बहुत
Okay.
सारा ऐसा क्लाइंट लॉन्ग टर्म के हिसाब से जो जुड़े हैं. सो देन इट बिकम्स आवर बाउंड एंड ड्यूटी to ensure that they meet whatever goals. They are completely trusting and they have come to us. So one of the things which I have covered in the book is that how does a financial planner go above and beyond money and really help the clients in their very life. So in a sense, anybody who is reading the book, any advisor who is reading the book will get a ringside view of how we conduct our business. सो
ओके।
वो एक चीज है. सो दूसरा एक चीज है, सो जैसा मैंने बोला था, फिनेंस ऐसा एक सब्जेक्ट है जो लोग इतना पसंद नहीं करते हैं, या कम से कम सुनना पसंद करते हैं. सो आई हैव ऑल्सो केप्ट the finance portion to the extent required, and I have built in the stories and situations.
यस।
So
यस।
this book has been written in the form of a kind of a story. It will read like a novel. So बहुत
यस।
सारा ऐसा
यस।
लोग है जो जिन्होंने बोला था कि ये स्टोरी जैसा है कि एक दो सिटिंग में हमने पढ़ के खत्म कर चुके हैं. सो ऐसा बहुत सारा लोग ने हमको कहा है, विच आई वुड टेक इट एज एन एंडोर्समेंट. I would take that there is something good I have been able to do from the narrative point of view. So
ब्रिलियंट
वो दूसरा
जॉब
चीज
है।
है.
जी।
Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. And the third one is that, see, I told you right in the beginning that it is not just about money. One of the things which I keep saying again and again is life is not all about money, but money
जी।
is important in life. Or I'll put it the other way: money is important in life, बट लाइफ इज नॉट ऑल अबाउट मनी. सो ये हमको कभी भी ध्यान में रख के आगे चलना है हमको. सो द पॉइंट इज वी हैव टू रियली टेक इन टू अकाउंट द लाइफ एस्पेक्ट more just the money aspect. So it's very, very important. And who better than God can talk about the life philosophy itself and how to live life itself. That is why instead of my talking about God, मैंने सोचा कृष्ण भगवान को लेके आते हैं ये बुक के अंदर. और
जी।
जो भी लाइफ के बारे में, वो जो लाइफ का फिलॉसफी लोगों को सिखाना है, जो आई मीन गीता में उन्होंने सिखाया है, वो भी वही चीज यही बुक में भी वो आई मीन थोड़ा सा सिखाया है. So the whole idea here is to bring a voice which has a lot of weight. If I talk about that, it will appear very fika. So I should not be really talking about it. That is why I brought God at various points throughout the book. And if you look at it from the story point of view, it makes the whole thing also somewhat interesting, and
यस।
it helps in building up the story and building up to the finale.
Definitely. There is one thing I will add that because of my profession also, I have read multiple books on finance, and this is the fastest I have ever read. बिकॉज
Oh,
बाकी
thank
चीजों में मुझे
you.
यस सर मतलब मुझे अपने आप को पुश करना होता था. ओके दिस इज व्हाट आई हैव टू रीड, दिस इज व्हाट आई हैव टू कीप माई सेल्फ अपडेटेड. बट वेल आई वाज गोइंग थ्रू योर बुक. अगर मैं स्पेसिफिकली गॉड वाज योर फाइनेंशियल प्लानर के बारे में बात करूं तो यहाँ पे मुझे कोई पुश नहीं करना था. मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था कि बहुत ही इंटेलिजेंटली स्टोरी फॉर्म में एक नॉवेल के तौर पे इसे ना आपने वो कॉन्सेप्ट को इंट्रोड्यूस कर दिया है. सो सिंप्लिसिटी एंड पुटिंग फॉरवर्ड द कॉन्सेप्ट ब्रिलियंट सर, ब्रिलियंट आउट देयर. एट द सेम टाइम
Thank
सर
you.
मुझे एक चीज समझ में नहीं आई कि फिनेंस और फेथ दोनों एफ से स्टार्ट होते हैं. इसके अलावा मुझे उसमें कोई सिमिलैरिटी एज अ इंडिविजुअल बिफोर स्टार्टिंग योर बुक दिखी नहीं, कभी दिखी नहीं थी. पर आपके बुक के पढ़ने के बाद में मुझे ऐसा लगा दोनों कॉन्सेप्ट्स को बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुली मर्ज किया है आपने. ये कैसे कैसे सोचा सर?
Thank you. Thank you. So ये दोनों actually it is not one divorce from the other. I mean, like I said,
या
life is not all about money, but money is important in life. So this is what I keep saying again and again. So we need to understand. A lot of us don't know where to draw a line as far as our wealth is concerned. We say I want 1 crore. When we reach 1 crore, we say now I want 3 crores. When we reach 3 crores, we say now I want 10 crores. So there is no end in life, and when we are in pursuit of money to the exclusion of other things, uh, what happens is we start taking unwanted risks, we take on lot of stress, and we really don't enjoy life. So the point is we need to understand where we want to go. Life में हमको क्या पाना है,
अच्छा.
किधर जाना है. So that is something that we need to understand. And in a sense that those some of those things also I have talked about that. And there is also a concept called life planning. So
यस.
I'm a financial planner, right? I mean, when
या
I talk to when I talk to clients as to what you want, people typically say, I want a car, I want a house, I want to build a retirement nest egg, I want to send my children to good education colleges, and so on and so forth. बहुत सारे लोग के मन में बहुत सारा ख्वाहिश है एंड वो ख्वाहिश बढ़ते ही जाता है. So the point at issue is at some point you will have to draw that line, and some point you will have to learn to enjoy life that you currently have. So you have to be in the moment. You have to learn to live life as it comes. And one more thing is, life is full of ups and downs. You have to learn to accept life as it comes. Otherwise, in your entire life you will not find peace. So those are the concepts that I've tried to bring into the book. So in that life planning concept also, instead of randomly talking about various goals, आपको ये सोचना है कि आपको 3 गाड़ी, आपने बोला है फाइनेंशियल प्लानर को, वाकई आपको 3 गाड़ी चाहिए, 3 गाड़ी आने के बाद आप खुश होंगे. So these are the things that you will have to really figure out for yourself. So what is that you really want to achieve in life? Where do you want to go? What is happiness? What does that mean for you? So once we do that, then we know, okay, what are the goals now, and we can plan for that. So life planning is very important along with financial planning.
सर मुझे एक चीज जो है मतलब अभी भी समझ में आ रही है, जैसे आप जब बात कर रहे हैं तभी भी आप एक मतलब बहुत ही पावरफुल स्टोरी टेलर के थ्रू बात कर रहे हैं. एंड इफ आई लुक एट द बुक आल्सो, the writing style has been quite narrative. A conversation has been developed from the very beginning in the book. What is the reason for this one, sir?
Yeah, like I said earlier, finance ऐसा एक सब्जेक्ट है जो लोग को इतना इंटरेस्टिंग नहीं है. बहुत सारे लोगों को ये पर्सनल फिनांस या फिनांस इतना सा इंटरेस्टिंग नहीं है. सो उनका इंटरेस्ट बनाए रखने का है, तो मुझको कुछ और करने का है. सो दैट इज द होल आइडिया ऑफ राइटिंग इट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ अ नरेटिव और अ स्टोरी. और दूसरा एक चीज है, I wanted to bring in various life situations. If you read the book, you will have a situation where the person who is the main bread earner or the main earning member, that person passes away. I wanted to bring out what kind of trauma does a family go through, especially when a sole member who is actually bringing money for the family is no more. And especially in the case of somebody who does not have enough insurance, what trauma does that family go through, and how a financial advisor can help. So I have brought in multiple situations. A situation of somebody who has a who loses his job. Another
Bala.
person Bala. Another person who is on the verge of divorce because of financial imprudence. बाकी कुछ problem नहीं है, but the way he conducts himself and the way he has conducted himself in his life, so his wife feels that he is not really interested in the family at all, and she actually wants to separate. And when we actually talk to both of them and find out that it is all financial imprudence and nothing else, then slowly they reconcile and then they rebuild their life. And then we talk about retirement, we talk about various other situations. So that is how the book has been built.
Yes, it makes it engaging, and it makes it, not a burdensome task to actually understand finances. So but जैसे अभी तो मैंने मतलब बुक पढ़ ली है. मैंने आपकी बुक सबसे पहला जो फर्स्ट एडिशन आया था 2020 में, जस्ट बिफोर द कोविड, मैंने उस समय वो बुक पढ़ी थी. एंड हम ये कहेंगे कि दिस इज गॉड्स विश ओनली, कि जहाँ पे मैं आपसे रिकनेक्ट हुई अभी कुछ ही समय पहले. एंड आई एम रीडिंग द लेटेस्ट वर्जन ऑल्सो. सर मुझे एक चीज आपसे पूछनी है कि अगर हम नॉर्मल सेंस में बात करें, आम आदमी जो है इंडिया में, वो फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग को स्टॉक मार्केट में इन्वेस्टमेंट, एसआईपी, म्यूचुअल फंड्स, एलआईसी और बहुत हो गया था, क्योंकि इंडियन जो है इंक्लिनेशन रहा है गोल्ड के प्रति, उससे ज्यादा कुछ समझता ही नहीं है. तो सर आप कौन सी ऐसे टिपिकल मिस्टेक्स देखते हैं जो लोग कमिट करते हैं, लाइक फ्रॉम एन एडवाइजर्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू?
So first I will address what you mentioned about the various products.
Yes.
लोग का ये मानना है कि फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग मतलब ये बहुत सारा प्रोडक्ट्स लेके उसमें निवेश करना है, यही फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग. सो लॉट ऑफ पीपल थिंक दैट इफ आई इन्वेस्ट इन म्यूचुअल फंड, इफ आई डू एसआईपी इन म्यूचुअल फंड, और आई इन्वेस्ट इन पीपीएफ और इन्वेस्ट इन समथिंग, आई हैव डन माय फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग. लेकिन वो ऐसा नहीं है. सो सपोज यू वांट टू कंस्ट्रक्ट अ हाउस, you will first have to get a blueprint. I mean, you will have to go to an architect, you will have to tell what is the house, कौन सा टाइप का घर आपको चाहिए, एक माले का घर चाहिए, 2 माले का घर चाहिए, कितना रूम होना चाहिए, कितने लोग हैं, उनका जो रिक्वायरमेंट है वो क्या है. सो देन बेस्ड ऑन दैट आर्किटेक्ट विल प्रिपेयर अ ब्लूप्रिंट. एंड उसके हिसाब से आप कोई सिविल कॉन्ट्रैक्टर के पास जाएंगे तो वो ब्लूप्रिंट के हिसाब से वो आपको वो फिनिश प्रोडक्ट कंस्ट्रक्ट करके दे देंगे. But if you start engaging a JCB and start digging all around and start putting up walls everywhere, you will not get the house that you want. But very unfortunately, that is exactly what most people are doing vis-a-vis their
True.
finances. Yeah, they don't have a plan at all, and they are just going about digging everywhere. In the sense, they are directly buying products. मतलब ये पेंशन, आई मीन रिटायरमेंट प्लान, मतलब ये पेंशन प्रोडक्ट्स ले लिया, सो मेरा रिटायरमेंट प्लान, आई मीन रिटायरमेंट प्लानिंग हो गया है. सो चिल्ड्रन एजुकेशन मतलब कोई एक दो चिल्ड्रन एजुकेशन प्रोडक्ट ले लिया, वो हो गया. So this cannot be a very limited way by which we think about it. We will first have to plan. We will have to, what we do is we construct a financial architecture based on the requirements of the client, and then we finally come up with what product the client should have to meet that their particular requirements. Okay, so now if I do that way, it is fine. But otherwise, I'll be putting the horse before the cart. So cart before the horse. So that will not turn out to be right.
Very true. When you said this about, building up a house, how we go step by step, but what you were saying about how we build up our finances, how we plan our finances, I surely get that point where you said it is so erratic. अभी बच्चे का एजुकेशन कल चल के घर लेने के बारे में सोच लेंगे. सर मुझे से एक चीज याद आई. एक कॉमन इंडियन ड्रीम होता है, एक तो हमारे पास में जमीन होनी चाहिए या स्पेयर में एक फ्लैट होना चाहिए, और मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंटली मतलब मैं आज जो है मैं एजुकेशन लाइन से बहुत ज्यादा कनेक्टेड हूँ, तो वहां पे किसी भी स्टूडेंट से पूछती हूँ तो वो सबसे पहले ये करता है कि बेटा आप प्रोफेशनल बनने के बाद क्या करोगे, तो वो कहते हैं हम अपना घर लेंगे. और सर दोनों मिथ्स, दोनों इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स को आपने बहुत ही अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन किया है. सर आप इस बारे में कुछ बता पाए ऑडियंस के लिए तो.
Yeah. So on this note, see, घर लेना, I mean, there is nothing wrong with taking a house. There is nothing wrong with in buying a land. Okay. But there is a time and place for everything. बहुत सारा ऐसा लोग है जो I mean, after 2-3 years of let us say being in a job, to save taxes they go and buy a house. Okay. और बहुत सारा प्रेशर है घर वालों से भी, सो इसीलिए वो घर लेते हैं या लैंड लेते हैं, या उनका अच्छा कमाई है बट उनको मालूम नहीं है कि क्या करना है. तो घर में कोई बोलता है कि तुम्हारे पास पैसा जमा हो रहा है बैंक अकाउंट में, अभी एक काम करो, मैं अच्छा सा लैंड के बारे में मैंने सुना है, कुछ 2-3 लाख में अभी मिल रहा है, तो खरीद के रखो अभी, या 5 लाख में मिल रहा है, खरीद के रखो, काम में आएगा. सो ऐसा बहुत सारा लोग को हमने देखा है जिसके पास 4-5-6 ऐसा पार्सल्स ऑफ लैंड होता है. एंड बहुत सारे ऐसा लोग भी है जो 5-6 साल काम करने के बाद इतना प्रेशर आ जाता है कि वो घर खरीदने का मजबूर हो जाता है. So then what happens is they buy a house. I'll tell you the problem in this. The problem is when somebody is in their late 20s and they want to buy a house. So let us say they buy a house. Let us say मुश्किल से वो खरीदता है. Because I'm saying मुश्किल से because at the initial stages हमारे पास जितना रकम होगा वो घर खरीदने के लिए आज कम ही पड़ेगा. Because in a place like Mumbai, 1.5 crores is the minimum that you require to buy a house today anywhere in Mumbai. In fact, 1 crore you don't get anything within Mumbai today.
जी sir.
So that being the case, it's going to be extremely difficult for somebody to buy a house. चलो मान लेते हैं कि किसी ने बहुत सारा I mean इधर उधर borrow करके खरीद भी लिया, लेकिन क्या होता है because of the career situation, किसी को करियर के वजह से बैंगलोर जाना पड़ता है, किसी के करियर के वजह से हैदराबाद जाना पड़ रहा है, या दिल्ली जाना पड़ रहा है, या बाहर कोई और कंट्री में जाना पड़ रहा है. तो क्या होगा, एक घर मुंबई में खरीद लिया, अभी बाहर किधर जाना है, सो उधर गया है, ये घर को रेंट में रखा है अभी and you are already paying an EMI. Another place you are again on rent, which essentially beats the idea of actually having bought a house. So what I tell most people is that you first decide where you want to settle down, and that should be after, ideally speaking, if one has an intention to get married. After you get married, after you have children, you decide where you want to settle down. So normally what happens is, once you settle down and once you are reasonably comfortable that okay, Hyderabad is your home or Mumbai is your home, there you buy a house. And if you really want to move from one place to another place, one person can move and they can come back. So a lot of people in their 40s, I see them doing that. They don't want to disturb their family, and this is what I see a lot of people doing. So it may be a good idea to buy a house slightly later in the day, not very early in life.
डेफिनेटली मतलब इस बारे में जो सर ने एक्सप्लेन किया है वो बहुत ही सिंप्लीफाइड तरीके से किया है, और इस पे बहुत बड़ा डिटेल डिस्कशन जो है वो एक हमारे को बुक में भी मिलेगा, बहुत बड़े और बहुत ही अच्छे डेप्थ में उसको समझाया गया है। सब मुझे एक चीज पूछनी थी, जैसे अगर अभी एक माइंडसेट बना चला आ रहा है कि गोल्ड में पैसा डालो इतने साल में डबल हो जाएगा, प्रॉपर्टी में पैसा डालो हमेशा से बढ़ते आया है, बहुत अच्छे बहुत बड़े रिटर्न्स होते हैं, और इसको हम लोगों ने शैटर होते हुए देखा है लास्ट कपल ऑफ इयर्स में। सर व्हाई सो, एंड व्हाट आर द अदर ऑप्शंस दोज आर available to someone who is financial, who's planning his or her own finances?
So the first thing is that again we cannot look at products and returns while planning for one's future. We will have to look at what is our requirement, what are the goals, what is the tenure after which we would require the money back. Like suppose हमारा daughter का education, that is my daughter's education is coming after, let us say, 3 years. I cannot put that money in property and hope to liquidate the property in 2 or 3 years. Property is a illiquid asset. It may be a good asset, it may be a great asset, it may give wonderful returns. But at the same time, I cannot invest in an asset which is essentially illiquid. It's not very liquid. So for somebody who has a goal which is coming up in say 2 years, 3 years, we normally recommend a debt-oriented product where at any point in time I will be able to get the money. Returns is not the real consideration. लेकिन हमको अपना रिटायरमेंट के लिए कुछ आई मीन नेस्ट एग बनाना है, कॉर्पस बनाना है, so then I can probably look at investing in a property, I can probably look at investing in equity, even gold to some extent. So the important thing which I want to say here is that what kind of diversification I want in my portfolio is dependent on the life situation, the risk appetite of the person, and when those goals are coming up in the future. Suppose all the goals are coming up after 10 years only, then we can take a bit more risk. We can invest in growth oriented products like equity or real estate and things like that. But if a lot of goals are coming up in the near future, then much of those investments will have to be in products which are liquid, so which are near liquid. So which is debt or arbitrage or those kind of products, your short-term FDs, those kind of products only we can invest. So investing according to the goals is important. And we cannot worry about the returns all the time because every product has a cycle, right? जब इक्विटी मार्केट फायर करते हैं, डेट मार्केट रियल एस्टेट मार्केट may not be doing well, or when gold is doing well, equity may not be doing well, or no, and so on. So you should have an appropriate mix of products in your portfolio so that in all situations your portfolio will be doing well at a overall level.
जी मुझे लग रहा है कि ये जो आज हम कॉन्वर्सेशन कर रहे हैं इट इज वेरी परफेक्टली टाइम, क्योंकि जो निफ्टी है वो 20,000 की तरफ जा रहा है, तो हम देख रहे हैं कि बाकी जो हमारे मतलब एसेट्स हैं उनके वैल्यूएशन चेंज हो रहे हैं। सर मुझे एक चीज ये पूछनी थी आपसे, जैसे ये फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग होती है ये 40s में की जाती है, ए ऑप्शन बी ऑप्शन से, ये क्वेश्चन बहुत पॉपुलरली आपके लिए पूछा गया था बुक क्लब में, ये 40s में करी जाती है, ये रिच क्लास स्नूटी क्लास के लिए बनी है, ये जॉब वालों के लिए तो बिल्कुल भी रेकमेंडेड नहीं है, क्योंकि इतना पैसा कहाँ है जिसको हम लोग मैनेज करें। आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग वेरी प्रैक्टिकल स्टेटमेंट्स दैट आई हैव कम अक्रॉस व्हेन वी वर टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस बुक पर्टिकुलरली। देन ये जो है ये हाई फाई चीजें हैं, ये चीज पे सर मुझे बहुत ज्यादा आपका एक पावरफुल स्टेटमेंट चाहिए है कि आजकल सब कुछ जो है यूट्यूब पे ऑनलाइन अवेलेबल है, तो इन चीजों को हम खुद ही मैनेज कर सकते हैं. So this is something that we have come across so much. What would you like to add on that, sir?
Yeah, it is absolutely wrong to think that only the rich need financial planning. If you actually ask me, I would say everybody needs financial planning, and probably the people who are not that very well endowed, they require financial planning more, because the margin for error for people who don't have too much money is actually much less. Like suppose a person is having say 10 crores, उनका 50 लाख डूब भी गया है, उनके पास फिर भी 9.5 crores है, उनका ज्यादा फर्क नहीं होगा. But a person who is having 50 lakhs and suppose he is losing even 10 lakhs, that will make a world of a difference for that person. So ऐसा नहीं है कि financial planning is for the rich. It is not like that at all.
Okay.
So you will also have to really appreciate that. I mean, we need to, first of all, for any person to achieve anything in life, we plan. Even for a birthday, we plan.
Yes.
For a marriage, of course, we plan for 6 months, 1 year, or even more than 1 year. So for something for which we are actually spending 35, 40 years of our life earning that money, we are not really, suppose we are not planning and we are putting it here and there without planning, we are actually doing injustice to ourselves, right? So planning is very, very important at all stages in life. Now the second question you asked is it at 40s or 30s or 50s?
Yeah.
The earlier you start planning, the better it is. For lot of times क्या होता है, लोग को जब इसके बारे में कुछ उदय होता है, तब तक वो 40-45 हो जाता है. But that does not mean 40 or 45 is the right age. The right age will be late 20s probably, or early 30s is the right age, I would say. But too many people don't come at that age. A lot of people come maybe late 30s or early 40s only. People do come. But I would say even if people are coming in their 40s, I would still say it is okay. It is better to plan at some point in time rather than not plan the life and भगवान भरोसे पे पूरा जिंदगी निकालना.
जी सर. सर इसमें मेरा एक छोटा सा पार्ट था कि भगवान भरोसे, तो मतलब भगवान यहाँ पे काफी गाइड कर रहे हैं आपके बुक में, बट ये यूट्यूब और ऑनलाइन जो इंफॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल है उसके भरोसे भी आजकल बहुत सारे इन्वेस्टमेंट प्रोडक्ट्स को सर लिया जा रहा है, रेकमेंड किया जा रहा है. इस पे आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
इंटरनेट का जमाना है अभी जी. कोई भी कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. I mean, इसमें that is product, not product. Any information can be originated by anybody. Absolutely.
Yes.
So ये जमाने में हमको सतर्क रहना है. So the point is we cannot really talk about anybody that they are promoting this or they are promoting that. We will have to learn to discriminate between who has the real interest and who is just probably telling something which may not necessarily be in your best interest. I am not going to paint anybody with a black brush. Okay. So सब अपना अपना काम कर रहा है. I mean, I will also probably call it their business. It is their business. So we will have to be careful, and especially if you are interested in your money, in your finances, in your well-being, you will have to go to the right advisors, or you have to know enough to do it on your own. And blaming internet or blaming somebody who is doing something on YouTube or any influencer, I think that will carry you only this far. You will have to have your eyes open and do the right thing by you.
Awareness and information and knowledge are three different words, and where here sir has very rightly put in that आपको aware होना है आप क्या कर रहे हैं उस बारे में. सर आपके बुक में पेज नंबर 152 पे एक लाइन लिखी हुई है, सर कमीशंस गो अगेंस्ट द फिड्यूशियरी स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ केयर. आई वांट अगर मैं आपका थोड़ा सा समय और लेना चाहूँ तो इस लाइन के बारे में आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे सर?
Yeah. So I'll put it this way. See, I am not saying people who are getting commissions are wrong or bad. I am not coming from that at all. I mean, there are so many distributors of products who are doing the right thing by their clients. So what I want to tell is that when I am only receiving a fee, I am not getting any commission. I have the ability to be independent.
Okay.
I am not with any insurance company or a bank or a mutual fund house. I am completely independent. I am on the side of the client, and I
Okay.
have what is called a, I follow what is called a fiduciary standard.
Ji.
Whereas if there is a distributor who is receiving commission, he is an agent of a principal. Suppose it is
Yes.
XYZ mutual fund.
Hmm.
So he is an agent of XYZ mutual fund, right?
Yeah.
So एजेंट के ऊपर प्रिंसिपल का थोड़ा सा वो प्रभाव होता ही है,
जी
right?
बिल्कुल रिलेशनशिप
So
ही
so the
वैसा है
point is so the point is there is there is some level of influence that somebody else has, and you know that your commission is coming from that AMC or that insurance agency or anybody else. So you are one level removed from your clients. I mean, you are talking to the client to the for selling the product, right? To sell any
जी
product.
जी
So from that point of view, yeah, it is only that particular person's inherent ethics which come into the picture. But in the case of an advisor like us, we are bound legally to act in their best interest. We cannot do anything
जी
apart from acting in their best interest. In the other case, it is left to the discretion of the person concerned, and that can bring problems.
okay okay yes this part has been very well explained सर एक मैं आपसे कंक्लूडिंग क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहूंगी दैट while going through your book what is all that one can get if you can summarize this for us.
Yeah. So three, four things. One is they will understand if they go to a financial advisor. Sorry. How what will they get from a financial advisor? How will a typical financial advisor deal with their client? So that is something that they will understand. They will also understand that it is not only about money that we are concerned about. It is much more than money that we talk and advise and guide our clients about. So that is something that people will understand. They will also understand that financial planning is not the preserve of the rich. It is for actually everybody. So that is something that they will understand. They will also understand various concepts like retirement planning. They will also understand the risk concepts and those kind of things also they will understand. So it's a kind of a overall you can say holistic kind of a journey in personal finance. I would not say I have covered everything, but it is a okay. It's a good peek into personal finance and
जी
financial planning. That is what I would say, and it has been written in a, I would say, probably an interesting way, so that people
it
can complete the
is
book without any problem. I would say that.
yes yes okay so on a parting note, I would like to read a particular line written in Sir's book at page number 134. Financial planning starts with understanding the needs and aspirations of the family and their financial situation. Then the planner analyzes and checks the feasibility of achievement that would work best for the client. Many a times, our goals may not be the ones that bring true satisfaction, a sense of achievement, or happiness, and there is no set formula on how a life needs to be led. So there comes the need for a financial planner. And I highly recommend this book, a 5.5 star, for the simplicity, for the ease it introduces concepts, it clarifies, it debunks the myth around financial planning, and motivates a reader to manage and handle their finances pretty well and actually in depth understand what exactly financial planning is. Thank you so much, sir, from the entire team of Kitabi Club for accepting our invitation and enlightening us with this deeply insightful conversation. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much for inviting me here. Thank you so much.
Yes. This conversation will be available on all the platforms, including Spotify, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, Facebook channels, YouTube of Kitabi Club. So please join in and let us know what is your feedback on the same. Thank you, sir.